everybody, welcome. It's Timmy here with Chalk Couture. Super excited to have you here on this Sunday before St. Patty's Day. If you're watching the replay, welcome. Great to have you here as well. We are going to be working on some fun St. Patty's Day decor today, and one lucky viewer is going to have the opportunity to win this project. So I guess you're wondering, what do you need to do to win? Well, what I'd like you to do is, if you're watching either live or on the replay, if you would be willing to share this video with folks who you think might like it, either as an individual share or on your timeline, it would be much appreciated. Just come back here and comment that you've done so, and that will enter you into my drawing for the winner of this project. So would very much appreciate you doing that. That would be great, and I would love to give you an opportunity to win this fun new project. Now, we're going to be using a couple different surfaces and a couple of different transfers, and we're going to do a little mixing and matching, so stay tuned to see what that's all about. As I am getting ready here, I just want to quick jump over to my VIP group and invite them to join us. So let me just make sure that all is well and I am actually live. I think I saw a little pop-up come up that I was, but let's just double check that. And if you are not a designer and you would like to be notified when I go live, please be sure to go ahead and put a note. Don't put a note. You can put a note if you want. Always love to have you put a note and say hi. But if you click the subscribe button, then you will get notified anytime I go live with a new project. So if you're liking what you see, that is a great way to do it. All right, so I'm just going to share this over into my VIP group here. And if you're wondering what my VIP group is all about, that's where I am able to put together some incredible specials, give you some advance notice of products that are either coming new or back in stock, give you some exclusive project ideas, and even some great product bundles. So if you're interested in joining my VIP group, I'd love to have you. Just go ahead and type in VIP in the comments and I'll know to add you. So definitely check that out. All right, it looks like we are successfully here going live. So let me just switch our view here for a sec and show you. Oops, let's get this out of the way. Put his here and we'll scoot this over. All right, excellent. So now what you should be seeing is the surfaces that we're going to use in today's project. And this is a galvanized charger plate that I found actually in a 4-pack in the clearance section and at one of the home stores. So I thought this would be a really fun surface to add some St. Patty's Day love to. I also have this cute little mason jar kind of chalkboard surface that a friend gave me, and I thought this might be a fun little add-on that we could put with this project. So I am going to work on both of those, and I am excited to get started. So if you're just coming in, please be sure to say hi. Even if you are watching on the replay, I always love to hear where you're coming in from. So send me a note and let me know that in the comments, and we'll get started. So if you're brand new to Chalk Couture, let me tell you a little bit about it, and then we'll dive into actually doing the project. Chalk Couture is a, it is a high-end DIY home decor company, and what we provide are adhesive back silkscreen transfers that are reusable, that come in a load of different designs, and we also offer exclusive Chalkology pastes and couture inks that you'll use to apply to those silkscreen transfers. The pastes that we'll be using today come in a multitude of colors. I think we have 35 now, with a few shimmer colors, gold, copper, and silver. And those are super fun because they've kind of got the glittery stuff already built into the chalk paste, which is fun. And then the couture inks also are available. The chalks are water soluble, so if you put them on say a chalkboard surface and you want to wipe it off and redo it or add a new design, you can. So it's a super economical home decor project. Not only are the transfers that we sell reusable, but the chalk paste can be erasable, so you can keep freshening up your decor as often as you like. Just swap it out for another design and you're set to go. No need to buy a new surface if you don't want to. Also, what's really cool is that these chalk pastes go on all sorts of surfaces. So I really love the fact that there are lots of cool things that you can put our transfers on, whether it's chalkboards or wood or even glass or fabric. You can use it pretty much on any surface. You're really just limited to your imagination. So I love going out and hunting for unique surfaces that I can chalk on. My family makes fun of me regularly because they're always looking around the house saying, "Are you going to chalk on that, Mom? Mom, is that chalked?" I chalk snowflakes on my windows for the winter time. I have seen people chalk on the glass surface of their stoves. Some great kitchen designs. Lots of fun things you can do. And that brings me to the next piece that I think I want to tell you about in terms of Chalk Couture and this company. This is a fabulous company, one I've been really excited to be involved with for just a little over a year now. And I have been really blessed to be joined in this business with almost 30 women across the country who want to be able to maybe add to their family's income, or have something that's their own, gives them an opportunity to interact with other women or people in their community. That's what Chalk Couture has done for me, and so much more. I have a wonderful job that I do during the day. I am very blessed to have work for a wonderful company where I get an opportunity to work from my home, but it does limit how much I get an opportunity to interact outside of my house. So by starting a Chalk Couture business, I was able to offer classes, meet new people, reconnect with people I hadn't seen in a while, and helped me to kind of get out and about in the community again. So it has really been a privilege to be part of this company. When you join as a Chalk Couture designer, and you can, it's really easy to get started, and we just make it really possible for you to start a business at a pretty low cost, $99 to get started with our starter kit. And certainly if there's ever any questions you have about any of that, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to share with you. But really easy to get started, and you can run your business however you want. So as I said, I work full-time. Sometimes I travel and I'm on the road. So I really love that I get to teach about these projects through an online platform like Facebook Live. That's been a lot of fun. And I also love that a couple of times a month I can get a group of women together, like-minded people who want to learn a new project or craft or a home decor project, and offer a class. So it's been a lot of fun. We have lots of designers on our team who originally joined as a hobbyist, and we're making items for them to be able to either sell at vendor fairs or even just to give as gifts. So lots of interesting ways that you can run this business. And I promise that once you try it, you'll be addicted. If you're not quite sure about that, please at any point reach out to me and let me know that you'd like to give it a try. I can send you a little sample kit, and you can test out this project and these materials for yourself first and see if it's something that you'd be interested in. So, all right. So what I was going to say is the other thing that's really cool about this company is this incredible community of designers that you get to join. And I say that because oftentimes people are very nice and complimentary of what they see me create. And I have to tell you that a lot of that creativity has come from inspiration that I get from within the designer community. It's a fabulous community of women and men who are just really super interested in sharing what they've done and what they've learned. So it's a really interactive and fun community to be a part of. Tomorrow I get to head out to Philly, where we are actually meeting together with about a couple hundred designers from around the Northeast for what we call our couture tour. And so we'll get to do a fun project together. We'll get to talk with some of our leadership and executive team and founders from Chalk Couture, and just have a good old time together. So So fun. I'm really looking forward to it. But let's head into this project. You've been waiting probably for me to figure out what I'm going to do here. So as I said, we have this galvanized charger plate here. And the transfer that I'm going to use is our transfer called So Lucky. And I have actually already taken it off the backer sheet that it comes with and have put them on my fuzzing cloth here just for ease of doing this live. But when we utilize our silkscreen transfers, before we put them on a surface, we want to make sure that we have a cloth, terry cloth like this to kind of fuzz the back of our transfer. The reason why we do that is to just make sure that you don't pull up the transfer and stretch it when you take it off your surface. So it kind of helps decrease the fuzziness a little bit, or the stickiness, excuse me, and fuzzes it up so that it won't stretch when we pull it back up. Hey Kathy, nice to have you here. Yeah, this is so fun. Awesome. Thanks for sharing it with your paint and sip group. Love to hear that. So Kathy's one of our first entries into this great project. The second piece that comes with this is the So Lucky piece of the transfer, and it's actually the one we're going to put down first. We're going to put this one down on the bottom, and then we're going to add the Irish Blessing wording on top of it. Now I have a couple of other little small transfers here that we'll come back to in a little bit, but I'm going to put that off to the side, and we're going to go ahead and place this down where we want it. Now I'm going to do this a little bit on an angle because I kind of like the angled look on this round surface. And when I'm putting the transfer down onto my surface, I'm just going to rub my fingers over the silkscreen area just to make sure there's no bubbles. I want to make sure I have a nice clean adherence, and I want to have a nice clean pull up. So I'm going to grab my Chalkology paste, and I think for this So Lucky, I'm going to use our garden herb. We have another green also called Green Envy, which is a little brighter green, but on this darker surface, I think I'm going to go with this garden herb. Now, when you first open your chalk paste, be sure to give it a quick stir. If you find that it's a little thick, and it may be, because as it gets exposed to air, it is going to dry out a little, not uncommon. Just make sure that you just have a little water bottle nearby and squirt it if it needs a little more moisture to it. But you can kind of tell when it's moving like this, and I don't know if you can kind of see that in this camera angle, but it's kind of like the consistency of yogurt. And I usually use my little stirrer stick here just to dab a little bit of the paste onto the transfer. Now, the green areas is the adhesive, so we're not even worried about the adhesive area. All we want to do is make sure that we chalk this open area, which is the screen, and because that's where the color is going to show. So we just take our squeegee, really simple, so fast, and we just spread the chalk paste over the surface of the screen. And again, we don't have to worry about the green areas. We just want to make sure that we are chalking the screened area. And I have this one little spot here in the corner I want to get to. And then you don't need a whole lot. See, I'm actually squeegeeing off the excess and putting it right back in the jar. So these chalk paste containers, they go a long way. So as long as you keep them moist, keep the cover nice and tight and closed, you can expect that this is going to last for about 6 months, as long as you take good care of it. And now we're just going to pull up our screen. And I recommend pulling it straight on versus on an angle, and that way I'll be sure not to pull up and stretch the transfer. As you can see, voila, we have our first layer done, and it is beautiful. Came out lovely. Now these transfers, as I said, they are washable, so I am going to have a little water bath here next to me, and I just stuck my transfer in the water bath, sticky side down, and that way that'll create a barrier so it won't stick to itself while it's in the water. And I'll just let that sit for a minute or two, and after we finish, we'll do a quick wash up. So really easy, just a little bit of water. We sell these great board erasers that are not only great for erasing it on your boards, and not leaving any ghosting, but also erasing all of the residue off of your screen. So while this is drying, because we want this to dry before we put our next layer on, I want to share a little bit about what I was thinking for the color that I want to put the words on top. Now, because this is a pretty dark gray surface, I think that our Storm chalk paste here isn't quite dark enough. I want it a little bit darker, but I don't think I want it as dark as my black. So one of the cool things that you can do with our chalk paste is actually mix colors together. So just like you would with paint, you can mix colors. And I think this is going to give me an opportunity to kind of have a little darker gray. And I'm going to just, as we know, a little goes a long way. So I don't want to mix too much. Maybe one, I think I'm going to have more gray than black. So I'm going to put a little more gray in there. And I just have a little glass bowl here that I'm stirring it in. You can use a paper plate or whatever you'd like. So Kathy, are you familiar with Chalk Couture? Have you watched me before? If you have, I'd love to hear about what your favorite projects are as we're doing some of this stirring here. And a little dab here. And I'm going to actually hold this out here just in case I decide I want to change up the color. So this is all totally, you know, what you like. So I'm looking kind of for a charcoal color. And I think that could do the trick. So it's just a little bit darker than that gray, maybe even a little lighter, I think we could go. And I'm just going to grab one more since I made a mess already of my There we go. And these are great little stirrer sticks. They can also go in the water and we can wash them up. Anybody have any big plans for St. Patty's Day? You know, it's usually one of those holidays that I don't tend to do a lot of celebrating around. And I don't know why, but we had a friend of ours invite us to come and enjoy a St. Patty's Day celebration. And so we're going to head out and join the festivities, hear some bagpipes play. And the other thing that we do every year without fail is join our community's Shamrock run and race. And so although I don't run, we do participate in the walk, my husband and I, and it's always a great time to reconnect with people in the community we haven't seen in a while. So I'm just rubbing my hands over this to check to see that it's dry. It is, so we are ready to add our next layer. And so I'm just going to grab it off my fuzzing cloth here and then decide where it is I want this to go. So I had this kind of a little bit on an angle, not super much. I want to leave a little space here at the bottom because we have a cute little shamrock I'm going to add over it. So I am just layering this transfer right over the other one after it's dry. And that looks pretty good to me. Now again, I'm just rubbing with my fingers just to make sure that I have gotten all the air bubbles out. Hey Susan Stanky. I know now Susan was at my house not too long ago and came to my pop-up shop and ordered this cutie. Now unfortunately this certain transfer is out of stock until later on in the month. But if you are interested in picking one up and you want me to let you know when it's back in stock, just go ahead and put a note down in the comment section and I'll be sure to refer back to it and let you know. So I mixed our Storm and our black and kind of made this darker charcoal gray. Now Susan, if you didn't hear at the beginning, if you do share this on your timeline and come back and let me know that you've shared it, then I'm going to enter you in to win this project, this completed project. So feel free to share if you'd like. All right, so as you saw, there's a lot of chalk paste on here. I wanted to make sure I had enough of the color without running out. I definitely do, and have plenty here to go. And I'm just spreading it over just to make sure I'm getting all of these words. And there's a little section over here that needs a little extra. And I know my buddy Susan is also like me, always looking for interesting surfaces to chalk on. So if you think of one that you think this transfer would work well on, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Oops, I gotta get my little jar back over here just so I can squeegee off the excess. Now you probably want to only mix as much as you need, or find somewhere to be able to store this once you're done. A little Ziploc bag might do, a little snack size guy if you wanted, or just rinse it away and don't worry about it. You can do that too. So, well, thank you, Susan. Thank you for sharing. Much appreciated. All right, and here we go. We are just now going to, again, not pull from the corner, but slowly, especially when we're layering, slowly is the deal. Nice and slow peeling this back so that we do not remove that bottom layer. So slow and steady wins the race here. There we go. And I'm going to throw this one here in the water bath as well. Grab a little paper towel. Now let's see if I can raise this up here so you can see this a little bit better. There we go. So it says, may your troubles be less, your blessings be more, and nothing but happiness come through your door. An Irish blessing. So we're using this as St. Patty's Day celebration kind of decor, but you know what? This is a great gift idea or something you can display in your home year-round. I actually have one up in my house. This would be great for on the door, I think. So this would be a fun transfer to use in lots of different ways, maybe with a nice wreath with some greenery. I think that'd be really pretty. All right, so one other piece that I want to add to this little guy, and that's my shamrock. If I can find him on my fuzzing cloth. Did I lose him? Oh, nope, here he is. Because everyone needs a 4-leaf clover. I'm going to put it right down here underneath the words Irish blessing. Just come back here to my green chalk paste. Dab a little on there. Grab a little squeegee. And spread that chalk paste. So easy, right? I mean, anybody can do this. This is a great project, by the way, for kids. If you're looking for something fun for your kids to do, chalking is so fun and super easy, and they love it because they can be successful with it really so quickly. So that's it. This project is done. That was that fast. So we're going to go ahead and let that dry, and then let's come over here and play around with this little cute guy. And this actually, as I said, was a gift from my friend Mary. And I'm not sure exactly what this surface is. I have to say I'm not sure that it is chalkboard for sure. So we sell these little wax sticks, and I don't know that I have tons of wax left. Oh, I do. And I'm just going to use it to wax up this surface just to make sure that my transfer won't stick to the surface and come up. So it kind of smells, but other than that, it's going to dry clear. I'm just going to rub it all over the surface here. And this way I'll know that when I go to pull my transfer back up, it will come right off. Now, Susan, you're going to like this one too, because Susan, when she was here last, picked up the spring add-ons for our vintage truck. Oh, sorry, I'm looking for my garbage. It's way over here. And that actually is what I'm going to be using on this little guy. So we have a great vintage truck design. If you've not seen it, definitely go check it out. It's super fun. And what it has in it is all these different add-ons for the different seasons and holidays. And I'm going to use the shamrocks from that and the word luck above it, I believe, right there like that. So Here, of course, we've got to use the green. And this has actually got a nice white line here. So that's going to give me the clue about where it is I want to stop with the chalk paste. So I'm just going to dip my squeegee inside the chalk paste jar. And again, just pull it and use that white as a guide. Now this also is a very fun transfer to use in conjunction with our Happiness is Homemade transfer, because we have a transfer that has a mason jar. So this, you could actually create a mason jar design using our chalk paste and the transfer, and then fill it up with the shamrocks. It was actually a project I did, if you go back on my page a little bit earlier, around Valentine's Day. I filled it up with hearts and put it on our little box frame. And that was a very cute project idea. I didn't want to exactly replicate that again today, so I wanted to do something a little different. And voila, we're just going to pull that up. And look at those cute little shamrocks in the bottom of the mason jar. That is so cute. We're going to give that a second or two to dry. If you want to hurry the drying process along, you can. I have a little heat tool here. You can use a hair dryer as well if you'd like. Oops, sorry, I just knocked the camera out of the way there. And I'm going to close this up. And we'll dry this. And it dries it pretty quick. I can actually start to see the color change a little bit on the board, and so that gives me an idea that it is getting dry. And the reason why I want it dry is because I'm going to put this word luck on, and even though it isn't going to be overlapping, some of the green adhesion could get pretty close. It feels pretty dry, so I think we'll be good. And this word luck is a little bit bigger than, I think it's a little crooked too, so let me see if I can get that in a place that feels a little less crooked for me. So I think we can get most of that on there. And this time I think I'm going to grab our shimmer gold. So you heard me say that our chalk paste come in shimmer colors as well, silver, gold, and copper. They're brand new. And this is the gold, and I think this will be fun for the word luck. So again, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a stir. I have noticed in utilizing this shimmer paste that it does take a little bit longer to dry than our other chalk paste, so just be aware of that. Give it a little extra time to dry, or blast it with the heat tool or hair dryer if you need to. And then adding a little maybe green gingham bow would be really cute to this. And it would be a cute little hostess gift to bring to an activity or an event that you're doing. Or just hang in your kitchen. Or by your bed if you need to. And that's it. Again, I'm just kind of keeping that white line there as kind of my area where I think I want this to go. That's it. It goes on so smooth, so beautiful. And we're going to put that in. It is a beautiful day for chalking, Cindy, isn't it? And it's so cute. Cindy, I'm not sure if you heard, but if you do share my video today, just hit that share button. It'll show up as a notification. No, what is it? As a post on your timeline. Oh my goodness, these crazy words I have to remember. And come back and say that you did share. It will enter you into the drawing for this cutie. So we have this cute little luck transfer, and then of course the earlier project we made. So together, how cute, right? Maybe even adding a little magnet on there and sticking it to the back so it can go on the galvanized plate would be super cute, don't you think? All right, so you know what? I think these are the 2 items that I am going to be happy to send to you. If you share this and come back and say that you've shared, you'll get entered to win. I'll do my drawing probably on Tuesday when I'm headed back from Philadelphia. So keep an eye on that. If you are watching the replay, you can still get in on this. Just go ahead and comment and share, and then just come back and let me know that you have, and that will enter you in to win it. In the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful day. It was so fun talking with you today. This crazy weather here in Connecticut, we just can't seem to get away from the winter yet. But I hope that we will soon be gone. It will soon be gone and the sun will come because I am ready. In the meantime, everybody have a great day. Enjoy. Bye.